Green. Well, guys, the reason why I chose green is because there was no more blue. But this episode, it's kind of a little bit of a more serious interview. We sat down with our next guest, Nathan, and he was an Afghan veteran. And this is a Memorial Day episode, so as you can tell, we've already been kind of kicking back and getting to know Nathan. But what really makes this episode special is that Jason, our barber from the last episode, was a substitute teacher because we're experimenting a little bit. So Jason will start off the episode, ask a few questions, and then I'll come back in and we'll finish up the show nice and neat. Full disclosure, tears will be shed in this episode, but we hope it reaches out to those who need to hear the message, and we hope it connects with you guys, and thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome back to Hurry Up and Wait.
You ready?
What are you talking about? We were recording for fucking 10 minutes. Let's go.
All right, boys. Welcome back to the Hurry Up and Wait podcast. Derek is currently finishing diddling his boyfriend. So once he's done, he'll probably come back over here. Till then, I'm substitute teaching today. My name is Jason. This is Nate. He's from the Army.
I was diddling some balls there. You see that? Marine's like,
Hey, you guys call the Navy, fucking...
The ladies department? No. Come on, let's go.
You know how this works. We're going to give a little haircut today. And then we're going to get Nate some questions.
Oh, don't ask me nothing. All right, J-Bone. What you got? What you got for me?
All right, my friend. Well, first of all, you want a skin fade, right?
Dude, yeah, whatever you want to do, man. For the podcast, I'll go full mullet if you want. I don't give a shit.
You don't have the hair for that, bro.
That's probably true. I just take off the grays.
All right. Well, let's start with this, man. Tell me, what was life for you like before you joined the military?
Oh, dude. Haphazard.
Where were you from? Where were you born and shit?
Oh, so I'm a Kansas native. So born in Kansas. My dad was in the military. He was a Navy. Fuck, I don't even know what his rank was. Probably E5, E6,
yeah.
Somewhere on those ranges. And I always felt I felt a need to serve.
Yeah.
So I followed in Pops' footsteps, and I just, to be honest, I couldn't swim.
Oh.
So the Navy was out for me, and so was the Marines, because they make you swim.
Would you have gone in the Navy probably if that wasn't an issue?
No, dude. Their fucking uniforms are fucking horrible.
Well, as a Navy guy, I can agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just like they got these fucking weird, like the rainbows and shit. Like, I'm not all about that life. So, yeah, no, my childhood was pretty regular. Grew up on military bases. Most of my time was spent up in NAS Lemoore. So that was where my dad was stationed at. Most of my youth, I guess I should say. And dad retired in 90. Hey, sorry, Dad. I don't mean to date you here, but it was like 93, 94.
That's when you retired from the Navy?
Yeah, that's when my pops retired. And right after the Gulf War.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he was all part of that action. And then, I finished up high school, did my thing for a number of years. And, life got difficult. There was the housing crash in 2008, all the bullshit that went along with it. And finally, it just came to a point, it was like, hey, man, I can't make money in the civilian sector.
At where?
In the civilian sector.
Oh, uh-huh.
And I finally said, fuck it, dude. And I was on my way home from work one day, and I stopped by the recruiting office. And I had been denied at this point like 4 times.
To get in the military?
Yeah, I got a bunch of knee problems, hip problems. And yeah, dude, just couldn't get a waiver to get in. And finally, I went to fucking LA Mets in Los Angeles, and was able to sign off all my tattoos and all my health issues.
Huh.
So I got in.
How old were you?
Oh man, 27 years old.
Jesus, so you were the old man when you went in.
Oh yeah, dude. When I hit boot camp, I was hands down the oldest fucking motherfucker there.
Wow.
And I remember I was actually the same age as my senior drill instructor. And I remember talking to that cat. Shout out Staff Sergeant LaCroix. If you're still in, man, we fucking appreciate you. You're a good dude. And so I had a bunch of conversation with him, like being the age that I was and being the same age as him and different lifestyles that we had lived. Graduated boot camp, head of my class. And I remember I enlisted in the National Guard. That was my first one. And I remember coming home, and I did my I don't know if y'all have this in like the active duty world, but like a battle handoff, like where you go from a training person to a real soldier, I guess you could say. And so I went to my unit, and I go like, you know, meet my first sergeant, my platoon leader, my team NCO and shit like that. And the first thing I get handed is a set of paperwork. And it was deployment paperwork to Iraq.
Oh.
I had literally been out of the fucking, out of boot camp for 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe.
Now, did you have, what was your MOS or whatever?
I was 88, man, transportation.
And so did you go to that, like, school? We call it A school in A. Would you go that right after boot camp?
Yeah, 100%. So I did 15 weeks at Fort Benning, Georgia. That was we did infantry OSIT, so I was an infantryman first, like kind of like the Marines. Like you guys are all infantry cats. I'm talking to him off camera, but he's fucking sitting here.
He's done diddling his boyfriend, so he's back.
Dude, I hope he's taking the shit in the corner.
It's like
so much
chair,
better.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did infantry school, Fort Benning, Georgia, 3rd Battalion, 47th Army. Hey, fuck, shout out to you boys. And then after that, I left and went to, what was it? I went to Fort Lawson-the-Wood, Missouri.
Leonard Wood?
Yeah, Leonard Wood. And that's what, dude, even the Marine Corps trains their transportation guys go there. So I was over there, all the Army cats, Marine guys. And one of the funniest things about that is when we showed up, there was like, I think there was 6 of us, and I could probably name those boys, that ended up from Fort Benning going to Fort Lawson in the Woods, and they were all transportation guys. But out of all those dudes, we got known around town, like on base, is the Leonard Wood boys.
The Leonard Wood boys.
Or you know, like the infantry cats. Like we were well known. Because all the rest of these motherfuckers, like, we're all non-com.
The Leonard Wood boys sounds like a bluegrass band.
We definitely should. We should definitely do that.
We are the Leonard Wood boys.
Bing, ding, 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 ding. You know what's funny, dude? A bunch of them boys were rednecks.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was fuck, dude. All right, so hold on. I'm gonna try to go through them. There was Mike Ortiz, Sergeant Ortiz. I think he retired, Sergeant or Staff Sergeant, one of those. And he was out of like Paradise, California. You know where that fire was a number of years ago?
Mm-hmm.
He had a property up there. You had fuck, I can't remember his first name. His last name was Young. That dude stayed in the longest. He was up in Alaska last time I checked. Great dude. I think the last time I saw him, he was Sergeant First Class. He was E7, so he's been in a lifer. There was fucking Josh Leeper. If you're out there, bud, miss you. Appreciate you. Leeper was a fucking beast, dude. That dude was a gym rat. And he just fucking, dude, went to the gym every day, got big as fuck, dude. He was massive. There was, fuck, what was his name? Andrews, something like that. He was a heavyset cat. He was out of, man, the Carolinas, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere out that way. I apologize. If you're watching this, man, I apologize. I don't remember your name, but fucking God bless you.
These were dudes that were.
These are like the dudes that I was, the dudes I went to school with.
Okay.
All out of Fort Benning. Most of us went to airborne school. I think there was one of us that didn't jump. Who the fuck? All right, so hold on. There was Ortiz, Leaper. Oh, what the fuck was that cat's name? Because this fucking bitch, this dude. Oh, this is gonna be a great story. So, one of the dudes I went to boot camp with, his chick went and got a tattoo of him and his rank. Oh, and dude, I'll tell this motherfucker right here, right? So this chick got a tattoo on her hip that said Private Edwards, not knowing that he was going to get promoted, and eventually he made it corporal, sergeant, so, but she still had this fucking Edwards tattoo. I'm like, what are you going to do? Cross it out and promote him? Like, this fucking bitch. So, hey, if you're watching, fuck you, you dumb cunt, because I know he's not married to you anymore. All right, so who we got? We got Edwards, we got Leaper, we got Ortiz, myself. Oh, there was at least one more cat. Oh, dude, Chicken Little, McClahorn. I fucking love you, motherfucker. McClahorn was a bad motherfucker. So he lives, if I was going to take a guess, he's probably out in like Missouri, Mississippi, somewhere down south. That dude married a black girl. And it just fit. Dude, that motherfucker, I swear to Jesus. It's not my cup of tea. But hey, dude, your wife is beautiful. She's a lovely lady. Enjoy that shit.
What's his name, the Navy guy, the comedian. He's always talking about.
You talking about Gary Owens? I fucking love Gary Owens, dude. That motherfucker's funny as fuck.
Yeah, he's happily married to a black woman.
Dude, he doesn't even like white women. He's like, if you're not dark, I don't want to talk to you. Hey, God bless him.
So these dudes you went to school with, and then eventually you graduated, and then how did you end up? You said in Iraq?
Afghanistan.
Or Afghanistan.
Yeah. Ended up in Afghanistan. Fuck, what year was that? It was August of 2010. I think I got in country.
Oh.
And yeah, man, it was interesting.
As a motor pool guy, truck driver.
So yeah, fun. Well, I'll give you the backstory. I did not. My MOS was 88 Mike, which is transportation and logistics.
Mm-hmm.
I've never driven a truck for the U.S. Army. It's never happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it was never like I ended up I qualified. I shot the M2. I shot the Mark 19, the 240 Bravo, and the 249 Saw.
Oh wow!
And I qualified on all of them, so I ended up being a crew serve gunner. But before we left on deployment, we were in Fort Bliss, Texas, over there at Fort Bliss. Just north of the Mexico border. And there was an opportunity for me to become an armorer, to actually work on weapons platforms and clean and maintain them, and so that way the guys in the field would have a functioning weapons platform. And so I volunteered for that. I was like, hey, I want to make sure that the dudes are safe. I've always been kind of a gun enthusiast, so I felt like it was a good fit for me, and I did that. And I did that going into my deployment, and it was very, self-deprecating. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
I felt very rewarded, right? Like people would come back off a mission and they would have, weapon systems that were shooting or that were malfunctioning.
Self-deprecating is when you talk shit about yourself.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
No.
I'm kind of an arrogant asshole. Yeah, so not self-deprecating, but
Yeah.
I basically repaired and made sure that weapon systems were operational.
See, one of the things I like about this particular podcast is so many of the other ones that are out there that are like super famous, they're all about like unit guys or spec ops guys,
Right.
Like, it's just like
you're gonna reference like Sean Ryan.
Yeah.
Sure.
We represent the 99% of the rest of the freaking military that no one talks about. Right?
I was very blessed, and I'll get back to the other side of this, but I was very blessed in my deployment to Afghanistan. I was stationed on in Camp Phoenix. If you guys have never been there, it's a shithole, but I remember being there, and we had an SF operation from I believe it was third Ranger Battalion that was over there. And those were some of the coolest fucking cats. They're like, hey, do you guys want to come shoot? And we would go shoot like real special operations weapons, dude. Silence the AKs.
That's cool.
Suppress fucking 308 Lapua, like all 338 Lapuas. So I remember going out there one day, and these guys were like, hey, do you guys want to go shoot? And this is relatively after probably November, December of the year that my team leader got killed. And I remember going over with those guys and like, and it was very surreal.
Like being around them?
Not that, but dude, they're just regular fucking dudes.
Yeah.
They get a very high status or a high symbolism, like, but I can tell you that every time I've taught those dudes, like, they're always like, hey, you guys are the heroes, right? You guys are the ones with antiquated equipment, things that you guys shouldn't be out in the field with. Like, these guys are rolling hard, right? They're rolling suppressed weapon systems, new body armor, new vehicle tactics, new ROI. Like, there's all these things that they were getting the opportunities to do that we didn't get. And I very vividly remember there was I wish I knew his name, and I'd give him a shout out if I did. But he was like, hey man, like, you guys are the bad motherfuckers, dude. Going in there kicking in doors and not wearing body armor or rolling up in Humvees with canvas doors. Like, he's like, dude, we get the best of everything when we go out on ops. We get best body armor, best weapon systems, suppressors, best red dots, best fucking NVGs, all the bullshit. They're like, yeah. And this dude really laid it out, man. He was like, hey, you guys are going out there doing the best job you can with the equipment given. And I don't know, that resonated with me. Like to hear respect from a dude that was out there doing the deal.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So
you don't hear that much.
No. And I got a lot of love for Sean Ryan. I actually was talking about, and I'll tell this story because maybe it'll make it to her. Were you ever deployed? Iraq or Afghanistan? No. Kosovo, or where'd you go? Huh?
Closest thing I ever did was South Korea.
Okay, so
on the booze cruise, bro.
Okay, yeah, a little DMZ action.
Yeah.
So, I don't tell this story. So, yeah, give me a minute. I remember.
Take your time, bro.
I remember getting to Afghanistan, and I got there. Holy fuck! I think it was September 11th, 2010. And we had been in country about 5 weeks, if the math adds up, somewhere in that neighborhood. And like I said, I was the armor for my unit. It was me and another dude that we bounced schedules like 12 on, 12 off. And I was supposed to go out on my very first live mission. I had never done any right seat, left seat, never done any of that shit. like, and you guys out there know, like, right seat, left seat, like, it's when you get in the country and you're training with that team, leaving and doing the deal. And I remember my very first mission, dude, I was so fucking fired up. I called my wife and I was like, hey, I'm going on to my first mission. I've got my weapon clean. I'm ready to go. I'm going to go do what, what people pay me to do. And a couple hours before my mission rolled out, and for operational security, I won't tell you guys where we're going or what we're doing, but I didn't go. I ended up not going on that mission. I got pulled from the mission, and I ended up going to breakfast that morning with another soldier. Oh man, what was his name? Staff Sergeant Ellis, something like that. Sean, I remember his first name. His name was Sean. And we went to the DFAC and we got breakfast. And I remember walking back from breakfast, and it was probably, man, a quarter mile. It was a fairly big base. Those of you guys have been to Camp Phoenix, you guys know it's a walk. And we left the DFAC, and you could see like smoke billowing, in the distance. And it was very surreal. And we walked out, and then we're walking by the DFAC. No, not the DFAC. Like the TMC, like the True Medical Clinic. And one of the dudes out of there walks out, and he goes, "Are you guys okay?" Like, yeah, we're good. What's up? And he goes, "Your convoy just got hit." And we didn't know. Like, we were at breakfast. Like, you don't get those reports on the radio. And I remember running like back to S2, S3, whatever intel is, like to our talk, like if that makes sense for you guys out there. And we run back, and they're still going through like the reports, and guys are on the radio and sending up information. And you could hear it. And they go through like the KIA list, and that's when I knew like it was bad. So I like I said, I remember running back to like our talk area, and we get over there, and it's me. Man, I wish I could remember this guy's last name. I want to say it's Ellis. And he was a prior deployment guy. He was deployed in Iraq in the early days of the war, so he'd seen his fair share. And you could overhear the comms as they were coming in, and they were reporting KIA, and it was just this devastating number. I think total it ended up being, I think it was 17 people. I mean, you Google it, yeah, fucking tag it, share it on there. There's a big article about what happened. But it was every single person on the bus, the troop transport vehicle, I'm going to call it a bus for the lack of a better term. Everybody but one person in there died. And I think it was four Afghani nationals that were just naturally killed from the concussion and, shrapnel and things like that.
And these were your dudes, right? So like,
yeah. So
and you were supposed to go. Your wife's thinking you're gone.
I was supposed to be on that convoy on that day in that vehicle, and that's one of the hardest things, right? It's like
survivor's guilt.
yeah, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be out there doing your job, and then you're not there, and then the worst possible outcome happens. You know, it's one of the it's hard to deal with. I have struggled a lot, dude, in my life, just trying to be like, hey, it wasn't your time, and that's probably one of the hardest things is. So it was always God bless me, sorry. It's a rough weekend to talk about it.
That's Memorial Day weekend as we film this.
Yeah, it's just rough, you know, when you. I remember my wife and my kids were very blessed to be able to go to the services and funeral of my lost team leader. I, on the other hand, could not have done it. There's no way that I could have held my shit together.
At the memorial?
No, God no, dude. Could you fucking imagine?
No. I can't.
Well, I mean, like, here's kind of my deal to the whole thing is, how could you go to the service of a friend or a team lead? And he was my team leader, right? He was what was he at the time? Sergeant at the time, I believe. How could you go face the family of the dude sitting in a casket when you should have been the one that was sitting in his seat? And I've struggled with that. I remember he's buried at Riverside National, out in a Riverside area. And one of the first years I went out to his gravesite, this is probably 2014, 2015, somewhere in that neighborhood. And we were sitting out there with a couple other guys that were on the mission, and some other guys that got hurt in that same mission, and we're over there just jaw jacking, having a beer, enjoying some company, and Sergeant Eugenio's girlfriend from when he was alive, you know, pulled up. And that's something you're never prepared for. That's not a conversation you're ever ready to have. And dude, I'll be honest, dude, I was a fucking coward in that moment. I couldn't say 5 words to her. I think I walked by her and I just, I'm sorry. Couldn't save her.
Do you think that any of the family members or anything that would have ever actually blamed you for something like that?
Oh God, dude, I hope not.
Of course not. But you still got to feel that. You're still going to feel it, right?
Dude, I feel it every day. Every day. Like I said before we started shooting this has been a rough weekend already, and we're 1 day into it.
A lot of people think that Memorial Day is just all about
that's right. Barbecues, pool parties, and the whole deal. And then there's the rest of us, right? That sit back and we look at the things that we've lost, the things that could have been. It's different. It hits different for certain people. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm a very proud military member. I've had a member of my family in every major conflict since 1812.
You sound like Forrest Gump right now.
You know, I don't
dance family.
Yeah, but you know, it's something that I take a lot of pride in, right? Mm-hmm. That I've had some facet of my family has been defending freedom for 250 years. I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
But it's also a big fucking task to take on. Like, that doesn't happen. I don't think that either one of my kids will ever want to be in the military or should be. And I have my personal feelings, and we won't talk about this episode. I'll see you guys on another one for that. But yeah, sometimes it's not conducive to the lifestyle. So I don't know. I think that there's a time and a place to join the military. Right now, it's probably not a good time. Unless you really, really want to go fight and die for this country.
All right, guys. Well, now we're back, and it's me again. I was busy taking a shit. There wasn't any toilet paper, so I had a makeshift fucking the leftover hair from Jason's fucking cuts. And, well, needless to say, there's like a fucking dead Ewok stinking up the corner. So, you know. So Nathan,
I like dead Ewoks.
Yeah. So, well, you were basically talking something very, very deep like stories. We're gonna continue once you're ready. I do got other questions to kind of bring around, but we'll take our time. The floor is yours. You know, continue with your story.
Well, I mean, you know, the story doesn't get any brighter, right?
Right. It's hard. It's hard for it to get brighter, like given the situation.
Yeah. So ultimately, what happened was it was about 1,500 pounds of HME, is what the IED was. Killed 17 people confirmed.
Good God.
It was thankfully only one person from our unit. The secondary person from our unit survived. Had a bunch of burns all over his body and things like that. It killed, I think that was 4 other American civilian or American military service members. There was a military working dog that was killed in the explosion. I think it was 7. Man, you guys can fix my numbers in the back end, but 7 or 8 nationals that were just there doing contract work. So there were electricians, plumbers, floor, if you guys are familiar with, or most of you guys out there should be. It killed 7 or 8 floor members, and then I think there was, I want to say 4 Afghani nationals, a mom and some children, and I think maybe a dad. I'm not exactly sure. You know, it's not something that you go back and try to look up. I remember I remember taking it pretty hard when my team leader was killed, and a friend of mine brought me the flag that was flying over the base that they were nearest to. And I was, sorry, I'm just, kind of at a loss for words.
No, man, take your time.
I remember he brought me the flag, and he goes, hey, man, he's all, this is the flag that was flying when your team got killed. And I still have it. But funnily enough, oh, man. Sorry.
You're good. Take your fucking time, man. If this was easy, everybody would do it.
I got a package. And those of us that have been deployed, like we all know, like you get like care packages from elementary schools or, you know, junior high schools, high schools.
Those letters.
Yeah.
Drawings.
Yeah, exactly. And I truly do not remember when I got it. But I was just in a bad place. I remember little hindsight when my team leader got killed. I could not volunteer fast enough to go on every fucking mission after that. And I just felt it was just this moment of like, hey, like he died. let's go out and fucking kill these motherfuckers. You know, I don't want to say it like that, but that's ultimately what it was.
Yeah.
It was just my anger and, you know, kind of my resentment towards what they had done. And so I volunteered for every mission I could from there, from then out. And I was only, oh man, he got killed October 29, 2011. So I was literally in country 5 weeks. And it just became this mission of mine. It was like, hey, like, he's not here. So we're going to go out and we're going to do every fucking mission. We're going to kill every fucking bad person we can. And then that was my goal. It was just nobody else was going to get hurt. And I'm thankful to say that from the time that I stepped into that role till we left, we did not lose another American soldier on my deployment out of my team.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
It was it's something that I stand by for sure. You know, because who knows, right? Maybe I wouldn't have stepped up, and there could have been any number of things that could have happened.
I mean, think about the worst case scenario. It would have been your first and your last had you gone out. You know,
Yeah.
You might have been the one who caught it.
I'd have been more than happy to have been my last. The gentleman that got killed, unfortunately, was young. He was engaged to be married. He had no kids. Like whole life in front of him.
I mean, you were talking about you were married. What about like your wife? You know?
Oh, dude.
Did you have kids at the time? You know, you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not saying your life for his is any more valued or less.
No. You're exactly right.
You know?
Let's see here. I left in. Holy shit! Late 09, early 2010. My youngest son was born September 5th of 2005. So he's, 5 years old, 4-year-old. And I remember coming back, and I remember going to his school. And I walked in, I was in, full combat uniform, The one thing that stood out with me is my son didn't recognize me.
Fair.
And that was, like, I walked in the classroom, and he just looked at me like, some dude.
Yeah.
That was tough, right? Because I had been gone so long.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, no recollection.
Yeah, when we were talking off camera, I had been deployed through the 3 times I was deployed overseas. Like I said before, I never been Iraq, Afghanistan. Those are my pappies and grandpappies, and then my boys.
Right.
Because when I was in, I'd train them to go, but I never, always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Gotcha.
And when I would go on these fucking booze cruises, I came back and I missed half of all of my kids' life. So when I finally got back home and I was getting ready to leave, I walk in my house and both of my girls, because I got my 3 kids, both of my girls like, Daddy's here. And my son's crying like, who the fuck's this stranger hugging on my mom?
Dude,
so it's like
it's so
it's a fucking
it's
humbling.
surreal.
Yeah, I say surreal because
God damn it, dude, you guys are fucking killing me.
Yeah, it's all right. It's if like Jason said earlier, it's the Memorial Day episode, so if we're a little somber, it's for the right reasons, but we live on for them,
Yeah, it's So I do want to go back a little bit. I remember so my team leader got killed October 29th, 2011, and I remember I was just going through life, right? Like got out doing missions, doing the deal, and we got like a care package. I don't know if it's like a shipment, but we'll call it a shipment for the lack of a better term. And none of those boxes are labeled, right? Like you've been overseas, And so you just get a box. It's just some random box from a random person somewhere in the world. And I remember, like, I got my box. I go back to my room, and I was staying in an 8-man bunkhouse, like just kind of like this shanty that we had built and put together. We had a fire pit outside. We had a good time. Anyway, I open up this box, and it's all the goodies, right? It's beef jerky, sunflower seeds, socks, like the kind of the usual things.
Just bet there was no whiskey in there.
Fuck, dude, I wish. And at the bottom was this card, and it was a Christmas card, if I remember right. I still have it. And it was from this girl, and I'm not going to tell you guys her name because I have something big planned for her. Check out my podcast when you guys see it. She just sent me this very simple Christmas card. And I carried it for, holy shit, another 8 months. And I remember my buddy gave me that flag, and I had this fold. It was flat. It was folded, put away. And when I got that box from this young lady, I decided that flag wasn't for me. It was for her. I've never been able to give her that flag. So that's something that me and my wife and some other veteran friends are trying to facilitate. Kind of a handover of, present this young lady with this flag that ultimately meant a lot to me. But, she kept me alive. And that's kind of the way I think about it.
Yeah.
Did she really? No, probably not. Like, it was just, training and instinct and doing the job.
I mean, whatever got you through the day, whatever got you.
But, yeah, at the end of the day, you go back and you take off your flak jacket and, there's this card from this girl from a million miles. Might as well be a million miles away, right? She might as well be on the moon.
Whole nother fucking planet.
And I don't know, to this day, I don't know if she realizes the impact that one little gesture had on a positive outcome, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Fuck it, even if it doesn't, it made sense to you. Yeah, what was on the card?
No, it was just like, just very, Merry Christmas, I'm proud of you, just kind of those sentiments. So I thought long and hard about how I should go about giving her this flag. So I have a buddy of mine that's a woodworker. He's a vet here in Maricopa, and he's gonna build me a flag box.
We need to get a hold of this dude.
So he's gonna build this flag box that's got the flag. It's a traditional 3x5 flag, so small, like you would be handed. So he's gonna build that top, and then on the bottom, it's just gonna have like my award stack, my times in service, kind of that deal. And then at the bottom, I just want on the glass to just be presented to her. With that being said, I do not want to give this flag to somebody that doesn't appreciate it.
Oh.
And that's kind of where my heart lies. It's like, am I going to give this flag away, and then it's going to end up in, some fucking Goodwill?
I mean, in all fairness, I'm pretty sure once you find this, I mean, I'd imagine she's an adult now, right?
Mid-20s, I would imagine.
So it's enough to vet her and have a sit-down conversation beforehand.
I would love that.
That's what I'm saying. Vet her, kind of vetting, do the vetting process, and then you'll know. You know if she's too busy on social media, or if she's like genuinely like, oh my god,
Either way, it's not my flag. I don't feel that it's mine. I don't think that it's something that. Oh, fuck, dude. God damn it, dude. I don't need it, right? Like it's not something that's for me. Like I made peace with what happened. I've done a lot of self-analyzing and identified the things that, like, I'm not perfect, right? Like none of us are.
No.
We all have our flaws. You know, there's things that I wish that I would do different with my life, but ultimately it's not my flag. It's I dedicated it to her in Afghanistan, so I think it's her flag to carry. Now, what she wants to do with it is 100% her choice. Am I going to be happy with the results? Who knows?
Fair.
But yeah, no, it's a weird environment, man. I want to do like a live reveal, and I'm not gonna call her out on this. She works for a very big, like, global organization. She's easily searchable on Facebook, Instagram. I know who she is. I've seen what she's done in her recent past and things like that. She seems like a good enough person. I remember, fuck, dude, you guys are just getting all the goodies out of me. I remember sending an email, and this is in Afghanistan, so this is probably Christmas, maybe New Year's, maybe 2012. Let's call it early 2012. Okay. And I sent an email back to the teacher of the class that sent the care packages out, and I sent a message like, "Hey, I don't remember what it was. It was something stupid, I'm sure. Thanks for the package. I appreciate you guys. You know, blah blah blah, whatever it was." And the email I got back was very surreal. It was a teacher, and she goes, out of all the 30 whatever packages it was, I was the only person that responded back. So now, like, you know, and we emailed back a couple times. Unfortunately, because I'm not in the military anymore, I can't see those email correspondence. Yeah. I would love to see those. But to have a response from a teacher like that, I don't know, for whatever, it stood out with me. I would love to, you know, re-engage those people. Dude, I would be a fucking miserable mess of crying and, you know, I would. I actually, yesterday, funny story, I was sitting in my house, and I was drinking beer, doing dumb shit like I always do. And I was like, man, Sean Ryan actually recently had a dude on the show. I don't recall his name, but he had received a similar package that he carried a part of that package through his deployment with SF and Special Operations. I would love if I could donate that flag and that box to that individual on a platform like that. You know, does that make sense? Maybe I'm crazy, but no. I think that's...
I mean, people done more for less. A lot more stupid shit for a whole lot less.
Yeah, but I would love to give it to her on, like, a platform that has, you know, to show, hey, man, there's still good people in the world. There's still things that are positive and that make an impact. Or maybe you don't even think it had an impact, right? Maybe you're one of those 34 other students that never got a response. Let me be the person that tells you that it did make a difference.
Yeah.
That it wasn't just in vain. That you didn't just make this Christmas card because, oh, my teacher told me to.
Yeah, going through the numbers and all that bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, this particular girl made a difference in my life. And I'm not saying that my life has been perfect. Lord knows Jason has seen me struggle. You know, so it's one of those things that I would like to pay that forward to hopefully encourage somebody else to make a difference.
I feel like it got you through like one of your darkest times, you know? So like
100%.
So whatever was your Northern Light you're guiding you're getting like it got you to here. So it's that's a big thing, man. That's
Dude,
huge.
my goal now, and I do this for Jason, or I try to. God, you guys are fucking killing me.
Fuck you, Jason.
Yeah, it's all Jason's fault. It's all his fault.
Asshole. He's there off camera giggling and shit.
You know, like I don't. You know, most people in our group, and our Maricopa Veterans Group. For those of you guys that don't know, Maricopa, Arizona Veterans Group. If you're not a member and you live out here, join the group. We're a fucking fantastic community.
Mm-hmm.
However, not everything is well received, right? Like I'm known to say some outlandish shit, and I will, and I'm going to continue to do that because we have the freedom of speech. With that being said, it's like, dude, even if it's not here. If you don't live in Maricopa, Arizona, and you live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, or Wichita, Kansas, or Detroit, Michigan, or, you know, wherever the fuck you live at, be a part of something.
Yeah.
Share your experiences. Share that fucking love that you feel for your service to this country. Get guys involved, right? Every time I go to an American Legion meeting or... what's another one? The Moose Lodge, the Elks Lodge, any one of those, right? If you're not being a participant, you are allowing that organization to fail. You've got to share your experiences. You've got to get younger guys in there because, like, even the motorcycle group I'm part of, right? I'm part of the Combat Vets, CVMA, Combat Vets Motorcycle Association.
Wow.
The one thing I hear from those guys all the time is like, hey, we can't do this forever. Right? And most of their leadership is 80-year-old dudes.
The crusty fucking now Vietnam vets and shit.
Right. Dude, that's cool. You're doing your thing, but they're not going to live forever.
No.
And you got to have somebody that wants to step up into that role, wants to continue that legacy, continue to fucking mentor the younger guys behind you. You know, like it's like watching your junior NCOs, your corporals and your sergeants. Build them up to be leaders. Don't be the defecating factor. Like, don't be the dude that's like, you're always going to be a corporal or you're always going to be a shitbag. You're always going to be in the loader pool. Why? Why are you going to hold that dude back? Make him better so you can step into your next role as a leader. I don't know, dude. So I wish that there was more young people involved in our organizations, and I don't mean just joining an organization. Like, don't just be like, oh, I paid my membership for $30 a month, or $30 a year, whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know what the fucking memberships are.
So with everything, I know we're kind of jumping around, and that's perfect.
Oh, dude, I'm all over the place.
No,
I'm like
cool.
a fucking hopscotch.
That's why I'm here to kind of wrangle everything in. So you and Jason got into kind of like what life was while you were in, and we got just fucking, I'll say, a sneak peek, you know, between like your time in and then with this girl helping you out. But why don't you tell me something about a little bit about life before? What was it like when you were being a kid? Because you were talking about how you're in a family full of military veterans, over 250 years defending this fucking country. So tell me something about that. Tell me more, like, what was it like when your dad was gone on deployments, or like when you were like, is this my dad, my hero? No, shit like that. Like, hit me with life before.
Oh, dude. I don't really recall my dad ever. Like growing up, my dad was just always gone. And I don't know, Jason, you were in the Navy. My dad was an F-18 mechanic. So he was always gone. You know, 6-month floats, like out there on the water. I don't remember all the ships, but Constellation, the Nimitz, the Kitty Hawk. Like, my dad was just like, he was out there. And my dad was part of the first Gulf War. So Operation, oh man. Desert Storm, Desert Shield, like kind of like that era, like 89 through 91, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I didn't get it. Dude, I did not. I resented my dad for most of my younger adult life, like 13 to 20. I was just like, fuck this guy. He was never here. He was, And then I joined the military, and I understood the sacrifice that my dad made to be able to like let me and my sister and my mom, have a great life. But then I paid that same sacrifice. Is it beneficial? Yes, it's something that I'm very proud of. Do my kids feel the same way? No. My kids are like, why weren't you here? Why weren't you at my football games? Why weren't you at soccer practice? So there's a price to be paid for it, for sure. I think if I was going to tell anybody anything, you gotta balance it. You gotta find like this happy medium of like, hey, I gotta be home. I've gotta be here. I've gotta say something to my kids. Because I feel like that's the one thing I lacked at. Was like, I would come home from deployment or training, and it would just be, and I don't know. I've always kind of like went right back to alcoholism. Like that was kind of my thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna have a beer. I'm gonna have another beer. I'm gonna have another beer. I'm gonna have another beer. Is that right? No, of course it's not. But it's the one thing that I always kind of gravitated towards.
Nathan, so before we pause for a little piss break, we're watering Jason's bushes for him.
Somebody's got to do it. His irrigation sucks.
I mean, yeah, and given that we were using alcohol, it seems fitting to continue about our all alcoholism.
Yeah.
So just...
Oh, dude, don't get me started.
And here we are.
So, you want to talk about alcoholism? I got you.
Okay, so let's round it this way. So we did before. You were in the military, right? How resentment with the kids, and we're growing up, and I mean, even I have my own issues with my kids being away with half their life, and now that I'm like a full-time dad, I'm learning to be a fucking dad after being that way from their life.
Dude, isn't that weird?
Yeah. And then now we did during. We heard your story there. So tell me a bit. I'm guessing the alcoholism started during, and then now you got out in life, and I'm sure you probably have had to deal with it more.
Oh,
and then
man.
Like besides the alcoholism, tell me about, life. What'd you do when you got out? Tell me about everything, and obviously, like you're dealing with it, with everything. I mean, till this day.
Yeah.
So
when I remember when I first got out. This is holy shit, 20. I don't know, a decade ago. Whatever it was.
You need a refill, or are you good?
Oh yeah, I'll take a refill. Hey, we're gonna beer it up.
Yep, beer me tuna.
My biggest thing was I remember when I first got home, I was drinking an exceptional amount of alcohol, and I'm not saying I'm any better. Thank you, bud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I'm any better now, but I remember being just. Fucking dude, I was drinking a 30+ pack a day.
A day?
That was easy.
Shit,
like, it wasn't even an issue.
When I was in, it was a 36 rack. Started on Friday, and I was done maybe by Sunday evening.
Oh no, I'll drink that in a day. Not an issue. So I remember that, and. I remember sitting in my garage, and this is in SoCal. Corona, shout out. You guys are awesome.
Modelo.
And I was drinking one day, and a lady she's not a friend anymore, but a friend at the time, she goes, hey, have you ever tried to smoke weed? Like to offset your addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And I was literally drinking to get away from my bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And her boyfriend at the time was a prior service Marine that had, similar situations.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was taking, holy shit, 10, 12 pills a day, like morning and night. It was like antidepressants, anti-anxiety, pain management. I was taking a bunch of bullshit. And she goes, hey, just tomorrow when you wake up, don't take your pills. So let me come over, we'll smoke a joint, we'll hang out. And that was in 2014, 2015, somewhere in that neighborhood. I am proud to announce that I have completely stopped all of my prescription medication. Outside of my cholesterol, I eat fast food. I'm sorry, it happens. I still eat that shit. But all my other shit, my depression, my anxiety, all those medications are gone. I don't take them anymore. And I attribute that to cannabis and, I don't want to say it because it's not legal, but hallucinogenics. Taking, magic mushrooms or whatever you want to call them, psilocybin. It's been a game-changing effect for me. I'm not here to cure you guys. I'm not here to tell you, don't take this, don't do that. That's not my world. It worked for me. Mm-hmm. And if it worked for me, I feel like...
Shit, it works for me too.
I literally yesterday was having a conversation with a friend of mine's girlfriend whose daughter was just diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. Like, last couple of weeks. Like, this is very new to her.
Fuck.
And I was talking to her yesterday, and I go, so what's her treatment options look like? She's like, oh, they're going to do a double mastectomy, and they're going to do this, and they're going to, they're going to take away this young woman's tits. I'm a tit guy, dude. I love me some titties. And she's got a great rack. And so I felt implored to give her some information. Like, hey, go look into these alternative medicines. There is opportunities. There's Rick Simpson oil. Like, take those. There's topicals that you can add and rub on your, on your goodie sack.
On the girls.
There's opportunities for advancement in technology. You don't have to get stuck with these 30-year-old technologies that are like, yeah, let me give you cancer and take away your hair and ruin your tits. And, like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you... And God bless her, dude. Her mom is... I'm not going to call her out. She lives here in Maricopa, but she's so anti what do you call it?
Weed.
Well, not weed. Anti-social medicine. And it was like, and so we got in a heated argument yesterday. And she was like, well, I want my daughter to do chemo, and I want this, and I want this, and I want her to be okay. Okay, couple things, right? Breast cancer is one of the curablest cancers in the world, right? It's got like a 90% success rate. Why are you gonna, or why should your daughter go through this negative process of losing her hair and body and, well, dude, just try something. What did you lose? Mm-hmm. What did you lose going to that that methodology? You could literally take a weed. God damn you, fly. You could literally you could take a weed pill today, and tomorrow it would have no negative effect. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Versus if you go in today and you take chemo, tomorrow you might lose your hair. Weed doesn't do that.
Yeah.
There's no negative connotation to it. It's like, all right, if you take it and it doesn't work, you're no farther behind where you were yesterday.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I could be completely crazy.
Very.
But these are my mentalities. And I'm like, I'm trying to give this young lady an opportunity to give herself a better life and not deal with the bullshit that comes with chemotherapy and radiation and losing your hair and losing your body and losing your I don't want to say mentality, but there is. There's a loss that comes with that. Like, when you start taking these pills and these programs, you lose a part of yourself. Mm-hmm. Why? Why should that be the natural medicine aspect? Why would you promote something that's going to take away from somebody's well-being? And I don't know, for me personally, I told my kids and my wife, and it's in my will, I will never go through that style of treatment.
Fair.
If I was ever diagnosed with cancer, I've already dictated in my will that I will just die naturally. I don't want to do it. I don't want to see my family go through the chemo and the hair loss and the memory loss and all the things that come along with it. I watched my grandfather die from, what do you call that shit? Fuck, Jason, help me out, bud.
Leukemia.
No, like the memory loss one.
Alzheimer's.
Oh,
Alzheimer's,
dementia,
dementia.
Alzheimer's. And, I was very blessed in the fact that my grandfather went extremely fast. Like, from diagnosis to death was like less than a year. What I didn't like was that about halfway through, my grandfather got violent with my grandmother.
And that shit happens because that part of the brain gets so
Because she
degenerative.
didn't know who she was. And that's not his fault. Well, I don't hold any ill will towards him. But I feel that there was another medication that could have helped him be a little bit better. Could have helped him live a longer life or a more fruitful life. And not so just like, oh, sit on the couch and just do what I tell you to because that's what the doctors say to do. I think that's ridiculous. Why would you restrict somebody's access to a well-being when they have an opportunity to be better? I'm sorry, I'm ranting at this point.
You are absolutely fine. Like, I mean, my opinions, I feel like everything in the world meets somewhere in the middle between the two.
Sure.
You know, like you want gas or electric, or you get a hybrid that works on both. I'm not that one is the other, but you got me. But like, I feel like with everything, somewhere in the middle is where you always find the truth or the fucking solution of anything, you know?
Yeah, so like there's your truth, there's their truth, and there's the middle truth. That's the real number.
Exactly.
And I think that's an elevation, right? Like I don't want to put kids today in like a platform, but they're stupid. I'm just being honest, right?
You're not gonna get me to be like, no, you're wrong. No, trust me.
So
dude.
you have, and I have kids that are in this generational gap.
Have you seen the can opener fucking thing?
No.
They went to a college in a room full of like.
You're talking about the
kids.
Military can opener?
No, like a regular.
Like a regular can opener.
They gave him a can opener and they gave him a can of like Chef Boyardee SpaghettiOs, and they're like,
and they can't open it.
And they're like, huh? And I'm just like, yeah.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
You don't have to tell me the generation's stupid.
Come on, J-Bone, laugh at that shit.
You don't have to tell me.
He's not on camera, but this motherfucker's laughing the fuck his ass off on stage.
It's totally believable.
It's there.
It's ridiculous.
Like, you know,
why? Like,
but I gotta love my kids, right?
no. I would say the one thing you could do for your kids is to get them outdoors. Get your fucking kids outside. Get them off their phone. Get them off the tablet. Get them off the internet.
Out of the living room into the garage, because in the garage you're turning wrenches.
That's right.
Yeah.
So my youngest son, he didn't graduate like with a full certification, but he has a certification from UTI.
Right.
Great. Like, you have a basic introductory to mechanical aptitude, changing parts, alternator starters, batteries, doing the thing, right? My older son, on the other hand, I love you, buddy, but he's fucking retarded. Dude, like, he's like, I work for Amazon, I drive packages around and I drop them off. Like, are you serious? Like that's your whole social skill set. That's all you have.
My oldest.
And if that ever stops, what are you gonna do?
Like, granted, my oldest, she's very creative, she's very artistic, but she has no urge to get her license. She has her permit.
Oh no. Get her driver's license, get a car, get the fuck out of my house.
That's how I was when I was a kid and as a teenager. Because man,
I got my license at 15 years old, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking out of this motherfucker.
Dad annoyed me, mom annoyed me. I need a fucking escape because it was sports like 24/7, keeping dad and all that bullshit.
Are you a sports guy?
Yeah, big time.
Like what? Football? You're a big cat, so.
No, dude, football, baseball, hockey. The only sport I haven't learned, but I'm getting into, is soccer, and I'm sad I didn't get into soccer as a kid.
Oh,
and
dude,
all those
World
sports.
Cup coming, baby. Let's go.
That's my
USA. USA.
But to get back to what I was saying is like, so with my oldest, she's like no real drive to like get her license. But then my second one, she's like, yo, daddy, how the fuck do I hustle and make me some money?
There you go.
And she's like, yo, daddy, if I keep my straight A's, you gonna pay me? Got you. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
100%.
she's like, yo, daddy, I need to figure out, like, she's not planning her future, but she's fucking great at piano. She's learning violin. She's feeding her own mind on her own
in the piano.
initiative.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't play either of those instruments.
No, I know, but like that's what I'm saying. So she's taking the initiative to be like, she sees at like 12. Not she just turned 12. She sees life as like, yo, I want to get my own shit. I want to make my own money, and she has like that hustler mentality that me and my ex-wife have. You know, and just like there's something different that I need to help her cultivate. But then her and her sister, they're best friends. They're 5 years apart, but fuck. They're just yin and yang, and you can't fucking tear them apart.
No.
And then bless my son, he's 10. He's going to be 11 here in a couple months. And, he's just a simple boy on the fucking spectrum. He's high functioning.
Yeah.
And he's like Asperger's levels.
Dude.
Which is fine, but
let's go take that kid hunting.
Dude, I'm having him turn wrenches.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
He is fucking eating it up.
Yeah.
Bro, sports? Fuck no.
So I won't mention the company I work for professional reasons. But the dude that owns the company I work for, he's 29 years old. And he is what I can only describe as the Dustin Hoffman from Rain Man. He just
Those
fucking
fucking
gets it.
savants, bro.
Yeah, dude. And he's fucking Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
You talk to him about products, about innovation, engineering, he just gets it. He's like, yep, that's what we should do.
Yeah, dude.
But you put that dude in a social situation,
awkward ass motherfucker.
dude, super different.
Like, I don't know if you ever watched The Big Bang Theory, but Sheldon.
Oh, yeah. Dude, this dude is way worse than him. Like, he's deep on the spectrum. Mm-hmm. But God damn it, dude, if he's not the smartest fucking dude I know.
Exactly. And it's just that, dude, is like, going back, like, the Gen Zers, but
bunch of dude, retarded. I fucking say it. Retarded. I don't care. Fuck you for your feelings, you motherfuckers.
But what I will say is teaching like the younger generation, the ones coming after them, be like, listen, they're gonna try to run the world, and they're gonna be soft.
Oh,
you gotta be smart enough to bully them and take the candy from those fucking babies. And dude, that's where my faith is.
Don't let your fucking kids be bullied. Tell them to teach people in the face. Oh, just hit them. Hit them, motherfucker.
But that's where I'm at. I'm literally trying to like teach my younger daughter to kind of take the reins from her older sister's world.
Dude, just like, you don't have to go out and hit people, right? Like, I'm not provocating violence. However, don't fucking be a bitch. Dude, if somebody's getting in your face and they're being a fucking asshole, punch them in the face.
I mean, you do.
That's the only way people are gonna learn.
Don't start it, but finish that shit.
That's right. Don't start a fight, but finish it, dude. If somebody comes up and somebody shoots at you or, dude, throws a swing, whatever, dude, knock them the fuck out.
So, okay. So with all that being said, we kind of answered our first three questions. Who were you before, during, and after?
Punch him in the face. That's my rule. Punch him.
Let's take that into our next set of questions, which is like, what advice would you give somebody who is thinking about going in? Hey, your son, because your history.
Yeah.
Dad, I want to join.
Dude, it's so that's a loaded question.
I mean, we got beer and we got time.
Oh, I got all the time in the world.
What about you, Jason? You good? He said he's good.
So I have a very segmented answer to that.
All right. So tell us, what's advice?
My kids.
I want to
right?
join. Your kid or your kid's friend, both of them. Answer that. There you go.
So I have 3. I have an adopted daughter that's fuck, dude. What? She was born in '94, so she's 31, about to be 32. She will never join the military.
Fair.
I have a 27, 28-year-old. He's my stepson. He's my wife's son. Great fucking kid. Great work ethic. Also, no military experience. Like, he's not ever going to be that guy.
He's not going to do you where you joined in at 27.
No.
Because I know in the Marine Corps, our cutoff was 28. And when I was hearing your story earlier, I had a buddy called Churko. Churko was the most belligerent, funny motherfucker because he was as old as our drill instructors,
right.
older.
Just came in like a big dick in the locker room.
But not that he was an asshole. He just he knew what life experience.
Right.
Like you know that this isn't as bad as you felt it in the real world.
Yeah.
Because each of us has felt rock bottom in a different form.
Yeah, but he was on a different level. He'd already been rock bottom.
Yeah,
She's like, "Oh, this is great."
Yeah, and then you got 3 meals a day. You got these dudes who are just nagging you, not beating your ass. They're just nagging you to death.
Dude, 3 hots in a cot, baby. I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So he knew.
And
like
then
you were saying.
My younger son, I recently gave him an ultimatum, and this is gonna sound fucked up, but you guys will get it. My youngest son is 20 years old. He'll be 21 in September. And I told him, I was like, hey man, like you gotta do something. Like you either gotta get into the workforce, start making a living, join the military, and I told him,
a living.
And my son is in extremely good shape, way better shape than we'll ever be. Right? Like we're all old fucking,
our livers
Marine Army
us.
vets. We're all disabled and retarded.
Yep, permanently and totally.
and my son looks at me and goes, "I would join the Navy."
Gay.
And I go, "Yeah,
I said what I said.
gay."
Don't fucking look at you giggling over there. Gay.
But he wants to go to SEAL school. He wants to go to selection.
He better be on some tip top shape, homie.
Dude, he's in solid shape. And I'm like, dude, go do it.
What about this? What about that brain matter? Is that in solid shape?
So I remember, and I'm gonna go way back. When I was going through boot camp, I got selected as an individual to go to what do you call it? Drill Instructor Academy. I got selected for that and got selected for Special Forces, and I did not do either of them. And
why not?
Fear of failure.
Fair.
Yeah.
You're saying okay.
Dude, for all the viewers out there, don't go fucking experience your life, dude. What are you doing?
Hell yeah.
I did not do the right thing. I definitely should have gone. I was very blessed when I went to Afghanistan. I got to work with 3rd Ranger Battalion. Those are, dude, great fucking guys. Most of those guys, I would say, are 150, 175 pounds, which is about what I'm at now, and just regular dudes. They just get better equipment.
Yeah.
That's the fucking difference, right? Like if you can make it through the mentality aspect of I'm a regular soldier to I'm an elite soldier. Or I'm a fucking, regular Marine to Ghost Recon or whatever it is.
Just MARSOC or fucking Snipers platoon.
Dude, it's all mental.
Yeah.
The whole thing is mental. Go fucking do your thing. Be an elite motherfucker, dude, and go get that shit done. And when my son told me that, like two things occurred. Number one was like, do I want my son to go through the bullshit that I went through?
Right.
That's a tough one to swallow. Do I want my son to have the same mental antiquities that I do of like killing dudes or going through IEDs? I mean, like I would say that's a big one. And then secondly is like, how are you mentally gonna deal with it on the back end?
He's gonna have you.
Dude, I'm not the best role model.
I'm not saying be a role model, but if imaginary world, your son's in and he gets hit with an IED, you're able to relate that story, right? You've had your own IED experiences, right?
Yeah.
And then he's not alone.
No, yeah, he wouldn't be.
I'm not saying that's a good thing to have,
but it's a good articulation point for sure. I remember, so I ride a Harley. I got a Harley in the garage. I didn't drive it over here.
I got a Ninja 1000. We need a ride.
But fuck, dude, let's go. And my wife wanted to learn how to ride, and I felt myself having a restriction or I don't know what the right word is.
Reservations?
Reservations or yeah, something along those lines. And it was like, how am I going to give my wife the opportunity to potentially kill herself on an avenue that I presented for her? You know, my wife has not gotten a motorcycle license because of that.
I mean, that...
It's... I don't want to say self-deprecating, but how can you be the negative connotation to giving your wife something that could give her the freedom that she deserves?
And that's what I was gonna get at. Is like you start weighing the pros and cons, or
that's right.
and
it's crazy.
And it's like, so at the time when I got the bike, my ex was like, well, you didn't want me to get a bike. And I was like, and I told her, and I apologized. I was like, I'm sorry. I was ignorant and I was wrong because I held on to a choice that from a decision when I made when I was young and reckless.
Right.
That's why I never got a bike at 21. I got a bike at fucking 37 for just last November for Black Friday, but it was Wednesday because they were going to be closed Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was like, give me my fucking bike.
Right.
So I learned and I realized like this is something that needs to be experienced regardless of the dangers. The same way like when I got my scuba certification.
100%.
When I'm scuba diving 80 feet below water, I have an opportunity to pet a fucking shark in his fucking sweet spot.
Right,
and I'm like, yeah, that bitch can turn around and bite my head off. We all seen Jaws, but at the same time, it's like waking up and going to the grocery store, you can get in a fucking car accident.
That's right. It's the same thing.
And so it's like, you know what? Life is all risks. And if I took it,
that's right.
You deserve the opportunity to take that risk.
It's risk versus reward.
Yeah.
And then you just got to weigh it out. But at the end of the day, and you can take this or leave it. The difference from here to there is so minuscule.
Yeah.
We're all going to die. We're all going to die.
Hold it. All right.
Cool. So, oh no, in one of my videos, I went like this, and then boom, boom. I was like, okay, because I did it in the chair, and the transition is boom, boom to this. So,
no,
yeah. So,
hey, by the way, we're back.
Yeah. So you were telling us life before, right? And you're giving advice about your kids. I think.
Yeah.
So okay, we're in the middle of the ultimatum, and then from there we can move on to the next question. So finishing up the ultimatum, your son needs to make a life decision.
Yeah.
Bottom line, start your fucking life. Make your money. Get ready to be an adult. Some shit along those lines.
So I'm gonna say this one in the nicest way possible. My kids are fucking retarded.
Fair.
In today's society, right? Like they don't want, they want everything handed to them. They want kind of that millennial mentality.
Millennial. Ooh.
Oh, dude, I'll say it. Fuck you guys.
Hang on, because I'm a millennial and I'm doing all right. But like everything else, you have the shitbirds.
Wait. What year were you born?
88.
Oh yeah, you're definitely a millennial.
Yeah.
From genographical, like, but you're doing things that are making you fruitful. And
But
today,
I was also the millennial who played outside to the streetlights. I still remember seeing it's 9 p.m. Do you know where your kids are at?
right.
The light turned on. Get your ass inside.
So
I played outside. I closed the door to get on MySpace and lead the internet frontier. So
Oh,
you got me?
shit.
I'm that millennial.
All right.
I'm not
So-
the
so
fucking hipster
you're-
motherfuckers.
you grew up
I drank from a
like
spigot.
Gen X. Like
Yeah.
you grew up in that generation.
Rub some dirt in that bitch. Fucking drink from the spigot. That's why you don't need fucking coronavirus
All right.
shots.
Yeah,
type
exactly.
shit.
Right. So I grew up. I'm 44.
Mm-hmm.
40. Fuck. I don't know. 44, 45, somewhere in that neighborhood. I remember. I grew up in Kansas on a 100-acre farm.
Mm.
I bucked hay. I've treated horses. I've built. You know what I mean? Like, I've done the things that your traditional farmers would have done that today's kids couldn't do.
Yep.
And thankfully, my youngest son has been out to my property in Kansas. That my mom and my dad still live on, and they're down to 10 acres, somewhere in that neighborhood. I've never seen so much happiness in my youngest son's life, like than chopping wood.
Oh, he went and touched grass.
You know what I mean? Like to see that
Yeah.
mentality change. And dude,
Yeah.
I've got pictures of my kid on my phone
Put the
of
phone
him chopping
down.
wood
Yeah.
to get up cords of firewood to put in the garage to heat the house in the wintertime when it's cold and miserable. Because my parents don't have a central heat and air system. Like it's like if you're gonna heat the house, it's gonna be by wood burning stove.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna cool the house, it's gonna be by opening the fucking windows.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that most kids lack today. They don't they lack the mentality or the ability to go like, hey, I gotta go do this so I don't freeze tonight. They don't understand that mentality.
It's a almost like that self-rewarding system. You know, you fucking bro, I'm freezing my tits off. So what are you gonna do about it?
You
so they
gotta
chop
go
the wood.
do something to make yourself feel good about the
Yeah.
results.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
And it's that reward things, dude. Like, okay, so I was a city boy. Like, again,
Okay, where about?
I grew up in Miami in a little town called Hialeah.
Okay, yeah.
So for me, it's the city boy. So we didn't have to do all of that shit. But for us, it was
you guys had fucking humidity.
right. Yeah. But for us, it was
Fuck it.
it was more of like we were playing sports or you're playing. Bro, I'll even say like video games. If you play a level of Mario from like Super Nintendo or Nintendo, that game taught you. And like, there's a whole report out. There's a whole fucking thing on it saying that kids who grow up on video games got to learn a mindset that helped them survive. Why? Because you played Mario, you had 3 lives, you died, you start the fuck over. So
Right.
you made sure you learned, you made sure you got to the checkpoint. Now you play a game like fucking Fortnite, you just die and respawn. Call of Duty, and then you just come back and you come back. So there's no sense of like urgency that bro,
Right.
I have trials to compete and win or
To
fucking
be
fail
better.
and start
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
none of that. So these kids are growing up with like no sense of like failure, no sense of urgency, no sense of like, dude, shit's on the line. Like for again, city boy, it was like playing Mario. I got lives, but if you're in the fucking sticks or in the
Right.
farmland, like bitch, you survive this winter. Let's go chop wood. You know, and I've got to experience like those outdoor
Dude,
things too with
Oregon
life, so.
Trail, baby. Oregon
Yeah.
Trail. Hey, y'all motherfuckers. Let's go. Oregon Trail fucking 2.0. Let's go.
So it's like, yeah, these kids have this lack of like urgency or lack of like self-preservation because everything's fucking
they don't
handed to
understand it.
them. And they're like, well, you need to take care of me. He's like, whoo, buddy, no.
No, dude, I'm the first motherfucker, and I'm not the best at, right? Like let's all be fucking clear. I'm fucking shitbag in that world. But what I do to my kids is like, hey, go get a job,
Mm-hmm.
pay your fucking bills.
Mm-hmm.
All those little things, they're not gonna help them be great men.
No, but you build a foundation.
But it builds a foundation of like, hey, like these are the things I need to do to be a great man. And I hope that I've done that. Oh, God bless me. I hope that I've done that in my life. Like, I've gotten my kids to the state that, like, I did this. I'm here. Like, like, I do all right financially. And I hope that, like, my kids don't see that as, like, oh, this is what everybody's, glory to be. That's not true. I've worked really hard to get where I'm at financially.
Yeah.
So it's like they see it. They see the fucking.
They see the bar.
Yeah, they see a bar, but yet they're down here.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you gotta work.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't, like, I tell my kid this all the time. He's like, oh, I want to build this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. That's cool. Get a good job. Start here and build yourself to that level.
With that, for me, it was like my kids. And again, with my second one, it's like, okay, you want to do that? Can you do simple math?
Right.
Because shit, simple math will set you up for all
That's
of that.
right. Dude, basic shit. All right, so like we'll go into that. I'm an engineer by college. I'm an electrician by trade, so I have both of those aspects. And then I'm an educator. That's what my role is with the company I work for. And my job is to train people how to do basic electrical theory. It's like, hey, line 1, line 2, neutral, ground.
Yep.
Like, it's very rudimentary. I watch dudes fail at this. And these are guys in their 20s.
Right.
Yeah, turn the light on.
There we go. I know.
All right, is he good?
No, I'm good.
You guys tell me. But if you can't hit that threshold on the base level, like, what do I do with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, I would tell anybody these days in today's economy, and I'm not, dude, I don't want to go into Iran. I don't want to go into like the pull out in Iraq. None of that. It's all fucking, it's bullshit.
Right.
What I will tell you is, what are you going to do to make yourself economically stable?
Right.
Go learn a trade. Go be an electrician. Go be a framer. Go be a plumber. Those are the things that are never going to stop being in need.
Dude, the blue collar jobs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, go to college, get yourself a fucking degree, and I don't know, dude, whatever it is. What's a good degree to get? Like, Jason, what do you got?
I got mine in management because that way, if I wanted to go be in management somewhere, it didn't matter where. It wasn't niche, right?
Right,
So
yeah.
I could go to trade school and be like a plumber, but I also have my degree in management.
That's right. So you can articulate that across the span. Right, but if you take a kid that has no building blocks, like he's just walking in, I would say 100%, dude, go learn a trade. Go learn to plumb.
So
go learn to fucking build a house.
Would you say that over, like, joining the military? Because, I mean, you can learn some blue-collar jobs in the military. You know what I mean?
100%. So I think that's a good point. So that's one thing that most people or most enlistees don't know.
Yeah.
Go to the military and be like, hey, I want to build a fucking house. Cool. I want to be an electrician. Cool. We can support that. Every single fucking job in the military is a military asset, right? Like, if you learn how to build houses in the military, go out and go work for D.R. Horton or KB Homes or whoever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go in, go be an electrician, learn your trade, come out, do your fucking deal. But you're going to come out with life experience. You're going to come out with the ability to work with people. You're going to come out with the ability to read a voltmeter, how to do your job. There's so many aspects of, like, oh, I was in the military, I was doing fucking dumb shit. And then all of a sudden, you're now here. Because you understand it, you realize the articulability.
Sure.
Yeah,
Don't ask me to correct you, bro.
Yeah, we'll call that good.
Sure.
But there's all these things that like you can literally like I was very blessed in my career in the military. I left there and came straight into a career. And it was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I was able to walk out of the military, go into a career. I've been doing solar and renewable energy for, holy shit, like almost 15 years. And it has been obscenely beneficial to me.
Yeah, that's like for the. So that's for before going in. To kind of transition that to my next question for you.
Yeah.
Advice for people who are in. So for me, well, this one probably more for when you're getting out, but still kind of a story that I've learned. Like, when I scored on my ASVAB, I got a 75. And
Okay, fuck you, you beat me.
Exactly. It
I
was
was
enough.
a dumb redneck, dude, just fucking, I can punch holes in shit.
It was enough to go crypto-linguistic, but my recruiter didn't want to be forthcoming in what to get me. I just told him I want out ASAP. So my buddy was a crypto-linguistic, and he got to work in Monterey, California. Monterey is like that old money, like hard money.
Yeah.
And you learn Russian, you learn Spanish, you learn whatever, so you can hear and basically
Right, you can articulate a
espionage
language.
light.
Yeah.
Right, that's what it was. Spying light. But what was awesome was that a lot of my buddies who were in that unit, in that building, they'd go in Friday for their last day in camis and turn around, come back on Monday in the same lobby, but instead of going left for military, go right, and now they were a civilian working for the same contractor. So it's like, what can you take inside and bring it with you outside, So
man.
with that, somebody who's in, like, it's my first day hitting the fleet. How are they going to survive with this new job, this new opportunity to learn something?
So, number one, what I would tell people, be in the right place at the right time, in the right uniform. That will get you through 90% of all military exercises.
That's like luck and opportunity.
No, dude.
No?
We had a guy, and I'm gonna call him out. His name was Specialist Williams. He was the highest ranking dude in our platoon in boot camp, but he couldn't follow basic direction. He couldn't be like, we would go downstairs to go do PT, and he'd be in a long sleeve shirt, pants, all the bullshit. It's like, hey, Staff Sergeant fucking dude, pick your name, right? Jones.
Mm-hmm. Smith.
Yeah. Come down in shorts and a tank top.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have this dude that couldn't do basic instruction.
Right.
College educated, ready to go, motivated.
Probably on the spectrum.
If you're watching this, Williams, you're on the spectrum, buddy. But like those things, like it's like the dude would come in, it'd be like the you got your uniform of the day. You would wake up and they'd be like, hey, it's gonna be shorts, PT shirt, we're gonna go work out, we're gonna hit our fucking, and then we're gonna go run, then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do chow. All right, cool. And this dude would show up, the 30 motherfuckers in our company or in our platoon would be like shorts and tank tops or shorts and shirts, and this dude would be in pants and a long sleeve.
Boots and utes.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Or he would come down and he'd be trying to hide it. Like, oh, we're allowed to wear long sleeve shirts with shorts or long sleeve shirt with pants. And this dude would come down with the shorts on, but then like long leggings, like the pants. And a t-shirt, but then long sleeve over the top. you're just making it worse for all the rest of us. That's all you're doing.
No, there's always that one.
There's always one,
Yeah.
right? And this dude was a specialist college graduate going to OCS,
Dumb, that should have been a
but
fucking
he was
butter
dumb as
bar.
fucking rocks.
Yeah.
He was dumb as a box of fucking rocks. And I remember graduating, like, I graduated first in my class. And I went to infantry OSIT. And I remember my wife, I'm going to get a little personal again. I was like 15 weeks in. No, maybe a little less than that. Like 12, 13 weeks in. And my wife had a heart attack. Here in the U.S., like here in continental U.S. And I remember my drill instructor, he was a staff sergeant. He ended up, when I ETS, he was an E7. So whatever that is. Sergeant first class.
For me, it's staff sergeant. For
Right,
you
right.
guys, I
Yeah,
don't know
like
if
it
it's
would be
staff.
like the equivalent of like a gunny sergeant.
No, Gunny's E8 in my world.
Okay.
No, I
all right.
lie. Staff is E6. Sorry.
Yeah, Gunny's
Gunny's
C7, right?
Yeah, Gunny.
So I remember my wife having a heart attack, and when I was there, we weren't allowed cell phones. Like that was not a fucking option. It was like, hey, call your parents when you get there, do your deal. Hey, I'm here, I'm good, blah blah blah, whatever. Hang up the phone.
Yep. Same thing for us.
And I did not get the phone call that my wife had a heart attack. It went right to our battalion commander. And then he passed it down to my NCOs. And then my NCOs, like, they pulled me. I was still in boot camp, so I was like probably 15 weeks in. It was me. I think another senior leader, like in our platoon, and like another like NCO, like there was like E5, E6, something like that. And we go into the room, and I remember my senior drill instructor, Staff Sergeant LaCroix, if I remember right, and he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "relax, like you know what I mean, like get out of parade rest." And he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "your wife had a heart attack." And I was like, "Okay." Just kind of stood there, and he was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Is she alive?" Like, he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You know, everything's good. Like, they took her to the hospital. She's good." But like at that moment, nothing else matters. Nothing, dude. Not my
No.
dudes on the fucking dude. Nothing.
No, absolutely
None of my
not.
dudes mattered. None of my Joes mattered. It was just like, all right. And that was a big one for me. It was like this like moment of transition, and I actually stepped back out of a leadership role from my platoon, and I was like, hey, like I got shit to deal with. Like I got my wife and my kids, and I'm gonna deal with that. And I remember the dude that took over for me. He was one of the best dudes I ever met. His name, oh man, Stepalophagus or some shit.
Snuffleupagus.
Dude,
That's what you said? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Stephanopoulos.
I gotta get a mic on you for next fucking
Dude,
podcast.
it was something crazy, and dude, I hope he sees this because I fucking remember the fuck out of him.
You're gonna have to send it to him if you want him to see this. We're small.
Dude, I remember this dude. So, I was on the bottom bunk.
Don't feel bad though, cause like I've worked with hundreds of Marines,
And you can't remember him.
and I know what the dude did. I know
Yeah.
how he was, but I don't even remember the really shitbags guys who fucked me over,
That's exactly right.
or just like the one or two I'm still in contact with
Yeah.
out of the hundreds that I don't talk and I don't remember. So it's not.
Dude, I've been very blessed in that world. I remember most of the guys I served with, but
Yeah.
I vividly remember, like, I remember giving up my patch. Like, like you got the fucking, dude, I don't know what to say.
We didn't have patches to give. Marines were
Like,
very
yeah,
arrogant.
maybe not,
We
but
were arrogant. Like like I told the guys before, when I was in, it was like, fuck you, whatever you are. Now, if I find a veteran, I'm like, yo, hold me, because there's not enough of anything out here except if they're Air Force. So then it's me, Army, and Navy making fun of Air Force, and Coast
Yeah.
Guards catch it too.
we didn't have those issues. But I remember ripping off my patch, like, the Army's all fucking like Velcro.
Yeah.
So I remember ripping off my patch and like giving it to this dude, and he was a good dude. He was his name was Stephanopoulos, whatever it was.
Sure.
Hey, if you see this shit, I apologize for fucking up your name. I love you.
You-
You're a great dude.
Just send it to him, and then he'll see it.
And so we did that. We did the transition, and then we went through like our battle handoff ceremony, where it was like you go through like boot camp to like your unit, and I was very blessed, man. My wife got the opportunity. She flew in for my graduation ceremony. And dude, my drill instructors and all the guys that helped me make who I am were out there. It was cumbersome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, these guys like greeted my wife. They were amazing men,
That's awesome.
and it was different, man. It was one of those moments. You're standing on the parade deck, right? And you're like, you do like, I don't know how it is for the Marines, but I would assume it's naturally the same. So like, you do your walk, right? Like where you're saluting the fucking,
The ceremony.
senior commands. And I remember I was saluting, like, the audience, let's call it. Dude, I saw my wife in the, dude, I could not hold it together. Like, we got through with that, and it was like, because I didn't know she was going to be there. And these dudes had, I don't know, from their own money or whoever's money.
They made it happen.
Dude, and it was,
It's beautiful, man.
yeah, I owe a debt of gratitude for those guys. Because you can't, you can't get it back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. Take your time. At this point, I can put a monkey throwing shit in the edit for you if you really want. If not, we can leave it just like this.
You can leave all that.
I'll leave it in.
I wish people would understand that there's just, dude, it doesn't come. All the things that, our team does or our fucking group does, what Jason does, dude, it comes at a price.
Yeah.
And there's not a limit to it.
I think it's fair to say you've had good experiences with like NCOs and higher ups, and they were there for you.
Oh, dude, I've had the best NCOs.
So
The best.
So for while somebody's in, and from what I'll speak from my experiences, and the guys have heard this before, is like I didn't have a good experience with higher ups while I was in. they all taught me how not to be. So for somebody who, I think I could say for somebody who's in, is be the best human being you can be for your subordinates. Be the best employee without getting pimped out. Be the best that you can be for yourself, because the people in charge will use and abuse on you. And
Sure.
it's just like, while you're in, if you want out, set yourself up for success and do it to the best, to your truest self, because you're going to have, if you're in war, in peacetime, it's bullshit. You're just going to deal with a lot of bullshit. But in wartime, you're going to lose.
You're gonna go do the thing.
You might lose your best friend. And talk to people while you're in, get the help, and just be the best leader you can be from ground up, because from your experience, you've had a lot of dudes who looked out. From my experience, I've had a lot of dudes who fucking left me high and dry, and which is why I got out when I got out. But just...
Oh, dude, since we're doing the Memorial Day episode, I gotta give a shout out.
Go ahead.
So I got there. I got to Afghanistan September. Man, it must have been September 11th. As ironic as it seems. And I did not want to die. As much as that sounds crazy. Like, I joined the military. I
feel like
wanted
that's
to go.
fair.
Like, who the fuck wants to die?
Yeah.
And I remember getting there, and we're doing the thing. I did about 5 weeks, and I was the armor, and I don't want to make it sound like a fruitful job.
28.
And I touched pointed on it earlier. I remember my team leader, College Eugenio. He was my team lead, and he was just the most outgoing fucking guy. You go out to the smoke pit and smoke and joke and bullshit, do the thing.
That shit's universal.
Yeah, it was just a good time. And this dude just always had a positive attitude. He worked for California, like the fire, I don't know what the fuck to call it.
Cal Fire?
Yeah, but like the fire prevention. Yes, I don't know if it was Cal Fire, but
Yeah, because Cal Fire is all the wildland stuff out there.
yeah, he did all that. So I remember talking to this cat in the smoke pit one day. We were smoking a cigarette, and he was like, "Hey," he's like, "after this, like, I'm done. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go, marry my lady and fucking, have a family." And dude, a couple weeks later, he was gone.
Damn.
And I feel like that's one of the reasons that I should continue. You know what I mean?
So for somebody who is in, they lose a friend, live for them. Right? Keep pushing.
I would like to think so. I'm not the best application of that.
No, but that's a fair, what's the word? Not assessment, but like that's a fair point, a fair piece of advice to give. Like, you lose your best friend, keep pushing for him, because then what the fuck's the point?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you always feel like that's what you should do.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Ooh, shit.
Yeah,
That's $1 million
that's
question.
exactly right. Like, how do you get to a point where you feel like you've met that expectation, and there isn't one. Dude, I don't care who you are. There's no expectation of like, hey, my buddy died in combat. Let me go under their life with X. There's no number. There's no financial number. There's no mitigation factor. There's no. There's not.
I feel maybe there's that thought that you're now 70 years old and you've lived your life and you're not under a bridge smoking crack, and you can have that conversation with yourself,
Sure.
and you'll be like, you know what? If fucking Johnson was here, he'd laugh at me and be like, all right, dude,
Yeah.
we're good. And I
Yeah.
think maybe that's one measurement per se, but I mean, other than that, yeah, there ain't shit. There's no metric.
You can't quantify it in a
Nope.
number.
Nope.
And that
Value,
like
nothing.
all right. So I think I talked about it earlier, and I'm sorry that this ran so long, but
Fuck it.
uh,
The longer you talk, the more beer we drink.
one of my biggest things in my life, and how do you do it? I've been on the phone with the VA fucking suicide hotline. I've had a gun in my mouth. I've done all of these things that are ultimately negative in connotation. I would say that, dude, you gotta ask for help.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
That, and I'm nobody's fucking preacher,
No.
right? Like, I'm not here to telling you like, oh, you gotta call, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It's you.
Yeah.
It's you as a person that's gotta step up and go, look, man, maybe I'm not okay. And I would say that if I was gonna take anything away from this podcast or anything I can give to anybody else, you gotta ask for help, man. You
Fair.
got to. I've done it. My buddies have done it. If you're, whatever it is, right? If you're the dude that's sitting on a, like, I've been, like, I'm not going to get into the things that I've done or that I shouldn't have done. Dude, just call somebody. Call a buddy. Call a friend.
Yeah.
Call the VA.
But you know what? That's not as. It's easier said than done, because I know we've all been there and we're like, I don't want to bother this motherfucker. He's busy living his life. Or
Dude,
I'm a burden on anybody's life.
You got to get out of that mentality.
Fair.
You have to. You
We've-
have to get out of the.
We've all been through that. Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest problems with veterans coming back, right? Is we don't, number one, we don't.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you a reference.
So with that, before we jump on that reference, so we're teetering on the idea of like what to do when you're out. Like we're in that transition period.
Oh
so
yeah, what you do when you're out?
Yeah. So we'll keep talking, and then I'm just gonna ask the question now, and whenever you get to it, you get to it. But what advice would you give somebody who's getting out? You know?
Yeah.
So to continue your conversation and answer it and get to it whenever the fuck you can, because we're just rolling into all of it.
Man, getting out,
Mm-hmm.
it's tough. That there's a limitation, and I don't mean that in a negative like connotation. But there's people that are getting out, and there's two sides. There's people that are getting out they're gonna go about their life. Oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I did whatever I did in the military just to get my college paid for. Hey, go do your thing. Who am I to tell you not to? And then you have your combat operations guys that have actually been there, shot people, shot buildings, whatever it is. Those dudes need help. right? Like your everyday, support, finance, whatever they were, FOBITs or whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
They're going to be fine, right? They're going to transition into civilian life. They're going to have, they're going to do what they do. The dudes that have seen or done shit, they need help, and they don't know it. They don't. Like, either they don't or they don't want to recognize it, which is where I was when I got home. I was like, hey, I spent 15 months in Afghanistan shooting motherfuckers. And then it's like, come home, and they're just like, good luck.
Yeah.
That's not okay. Like, you got to be able to transition. I want to be a violent motherfucker to, I got to go drive down the 347.
And
There's a big gap in transition. For people getting out, don't take away from what the military offers. I made that incredibly egregious mistake. When I hit Fort Bliss, Texas, on my way home, and they're like, hey, do you want any kind of help? No, I just want to go home. Worst decision I ever made. 100%. Because I'd have got therapy. I'd have got, you know what I mean? Like, I'd have got walk through a step down process of like, hey, like, it's not your fault. You shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. Whatever it was. And I didn't take that avenue. I took I want to go home. I want to see my wife. I want to see my kids. And that ultimately for my family was not beneficial.
No.
You know what I mean? I came home. I was angry. I was an alcoholic. I was just fucking, I was not a good person, right? Like I came home like a big dick in a locker room. I'm still 10 foot tall. I'm still bulletproof. I'm still fighting the enemy. And then my wife is like, I'm down here. Like, I need you down here. And I couldn't hit it. I could not be that person.
Shit, I know that feeling.
Fought, dude, every day of my life. I still do it. Dude, I've been out, I got out 2013, officially 2016. I've been out over a decade. I struggle with that shit every day of my life.
I mean, that's the reason why my wife left me. I tried to save. Once I finally got the help, it was like, yeah, I got the help, and I'm okay.
but is it too late?
Oh yeah, absolutely too late. Because that's why I'm divorced. It's like, yeah.
There's no reason for us to come back and be like, hey, by the way, this is who I am. This is not who you left. Like this is the dude that left. Mm-hmm. Right? He was kind. He was fucking ambitious, whatever it was. And then you come home on this elevated platform of, I gotta kill everybody I meet. I'm not gonna let somebody cut me off on the road. Like, dude, and this is just personal experiences. You can't, because your family can't justify it. They can't understand it.
They won't.
You understand it.
Yeah.
Right, as an individual, like, this is the level that I operate at. But then your wife is down here.
Yeah.
And she only sees that. She goes, I can't deal with you in this level of aggression. Mm-hmm. And that's not okay. But the VA doesn't help you. They don't help you transition that downside.
They don't do shit.
No, 100% they don't. Dude, I hope this helps somebody fucking out there, dude. Get your shit together. Go to therapy. I've done it. I'm sure he's done it. Jason in the back has done it. Go get yourself some help, man. That's all I'm asking. You should just end it right there on that.
I mean, I can definitely. With that being said, I mean, we've pretty much covered everything with you and Jason.
Dude, I'll go on this podcast anytime to help support veterans, dude. 100%. And this is off the podcast. You can record this, do whatever the fuck you want.